Hello and welcome to Unlock History. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible, revolutionary life of Princess Serafina, often hailed as Britain's first recorded drag queen. Forget your modern divas, Serafina was sashaying through 18th century London in a flowing white gown and scarlet cloak. Even more astonishing, she was doing this when simply existing as a queer person could land you in prison. In this video, we're going to uncover her true identity, John Cooper, explore the secret world of the Molly houses she frequented, and recount the extraordinary story of the night she risked everything to stand up for herself in court. Princess Serafina was a true LGBTQ+ trailblazer. Her bravery laid the groundwork for modern drag, making it bold, expressive, political, and unapologetically queer. So, stick around to find out why we owe so much to Britain's OG queen. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Unlock History for more stories of the people who defied the odds and changed the world.
Princess Serafina, Britain's first drag queen. Meet Princess Serafina, Britain's first and most fabulous drag queen, and an early advocate for the LGBTQ+ community. Forget modern divas like RuPaul and Baga Chips. When it comes to the OG of drag queens, it's hard to look past Princess Serafina. Before disco balls, death drops, and Drag Race, yes, we're hooked here at Sky History. This queen was sashaying through 18th century London in a flowing white gown and scarlet cloak. Even more impressive, she was out there strutting her stuff when just existing as a queer person could land you in prison, or worse. So who was she exactly? And how did she become one of Britain's earliest recorded drag queens? A bit of background. Princess Serafina's real name? John Cooper. Not a huge amount is known about his early life, and given the era, George II was king at the time, that's no surprise. No Instagram to document the glow-up, no before she was famous tabloid spreads in the Sun. What we do know is that by the late 1720s, Cooper had become a familiar face on the London scene. And not just any face, but one with rouge, curls, and a knack for dramatic entrances. He lived just off the Strand and worked as a gentleman's servant, but his evenings were where things got interesting. By night, John Cooper became Princess Serafina, a regular in London's underground queer community. A Molly house local. His favorite haunt? Molly houses. These weren't your everyday pubs. They were secretive spaces where gay men, known as Mollies, could gather, dress how they pleased, and be themselves. And Serafina? She wasn't just there for the gossip. She moonlighted as a Molly messenger, whose job was to ferry letters between suitors and arrange clandestine meetups between upper-class gay men, the Georgian-era equivalent of Tinder, if you will. Her moment in the spotlight, or the courtroom. Princess Serafina might have gone down as just another Molly London, had it not been for a night out in 1732 that took a turn. After enjoying a few drinks, she was attacked by a man named Thomas Gordon. He robbed her at knifepoint and made off with her clothes and jewelry. To add insult to injury, Gordon threatened to report her for sodomy, then a capital offense, if she told anyone what happened. Princess Serafina wasn't having it. Instead of relenting, she marched to the police station and reported the crime. Yes, in full knowledge that doing so might risk her life. The bravery of that in the 1700s is nothing short of extraordinary. At the trial, witnesses accepted and even celebrated her as a woman. Most happily referred to Princess Serafina using she/her pronouns and told the court she was glamorous, respected, and undisputedly feminine. Against the odds, the courts didn't prosecute her for her identity. Instead, they convicted Gordon for robbery. No doubt, Britain's gay kings and queens from throughout history would have approved of the verdict. More than just petticoats and powder. Princess Serafina's story might seem like a colorful historical footnote, but it's far more than that. She was an LGBTQ+ trailblazer in rouge and ruffles, a fan-wielding queen who dared to speak up in a world that wanted her silent. It's easy to forget that drag wasn't always sequins and sold-out shows. It was a way to express identity, desire, and joy in a world that didn't make room for any of it. Her legacy lives on in every queen who steps on a stage, every person who finds themselves in drag, and every community that creates space for difference. In many ways, we have Princess Serafina to thank for modern celebrations like Pride Month and LGBT History Month. A legacy that lives on. We owe a lot to Princess Serafina, not just because she stood up for herself when the world told her not to, but because she laid the groundwork for what drag would become: bold, expressive, joyful, political, and unapologetically queer. Drag might feel mainstream now, celebrated everywhere from nightclubs to brunches to bingo halls, but back then, it was nothing short of revolutionary. Princess Serafina reminds us that drag isn't a fleeting trend. It's a timeless art form with deep and powerful roots. So next time you're watching Drag Race, scrolling past a queen in full glam on TikTok, or even admiring ancient Egyptian queens like Cleopatra, give a little nod to Princess Serafina, Britain's OG drag queen, and still, arguably, one of its most fabulous.
And that's the incredible story of Princess Serafina, Britain's OG drag queen and an extraordinary LGBTQ+ trailblazer. We owe so much to her bravery, the way she dared to be herself in a world that wanted her silent. Her legacy lives on in every queen, every community, and every celebration of identity today. Thank you for joining me on Unlock History. If you found Serafina's story as inspiring and revolutionary as I do, please give this video a like, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next dive into the past. Now, I want to hear from you. Which modern drag queen do you think best embodies the spirit of Princess Serafina? Let me know in the comments below.